Good evening, everybody. Are you back for more of a bloodbath? Because the price of Bitcoin is still going down. We are below 29. I don't know if you can see it right now because of the thing. But we are below 29,000. We are currently at $28,763.60 whole cents. We haven't been this low since June of last year, and it only briefly touched this level of June of last year. Before that, we didn't touch this level until early of January 2021, or yeah, pretty much January 2021, early to late January 2021. So it's been almost a year and a half since we've seen these levels, and it's not looking good. We are down over 30% from this peak up here to down here. We are down over 50% from here to here. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Hope you are holding on to your butts. Hope you're just stacking sats and staying calm, because Bitcoin continues to transact globally, censorship-free, without any sort of government intervention or anything. So, technology hasn't stopped. It's just the price of the technology that has gone down. So I hope you realize that. But in surprising news, Bitcoin has been declared a virtual asset with economic value protected by Chinese law in Shanghai, China. So this came about because there are two people in a court case, Mr. Shang and Mr. Shi, Mr. Shi Mumo, has one Bitcoin. Mr. Shi has it, and Mr. Shang wants Mr. Shi to return it to Mr. Shang under, I don't know how Mr. Shang got Mr. Shi's got Mr. Shang's Bitcoin, but apparently Mr. Shang knows Mr. Shi has the Bitcoin, and Mr. Shang would like Mr. Shi to return Mr. Shang's Bitcoin. But during this case, they came out and said that in actual practice, the People's Court has formed a unified opinion on the legal position of Bitcoin and identified it as a virtual property. And that was with the official WeChat. Yeah, official WeChat channel. I didn't know the government of China had an official WeChat channel. So that is very interesting. So there's a ban on Bitcoin mining, crypto mining of cryptocurrencies at all in China. And there's a ban on trading. So I assume you probably can't buy it, but you can still, if you just happen to have it, I guess that's okay, because clearly the court knows that both of these men either have or own Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So I guess just owning it is okay, but mining and trading is not okay. Maybe buying is okay. I don't know the laws in China. They have the whole firewall thing that they don't talk about. So that's cool. Interesting to see how that will play out in the future, considering that they banned all of mining and trading. So if China says that it has economic value as a digital asset, that says something in court. Like that sets precedence. So that's cool. That's good to see. Next, I'll tell you why this gets interesting. Brazil's Nubank introduces Bitcoin and Ether trading on its platform. Now, if you haven't heard of Nubank, there's a good reason why. It's because they're less than a year old. Here, I'll show you. I will show you. They started the end of last year in early December, so they're 6 months-ish old. And they are losing money left and right. Like, I don't know if this is normal for a new company or whatever, but their cash flow, their net income has been, they went public less than 6 months ago. They were a private company before that, and their revenue, total net income for 18, 19, 2020, and 2021 have all been negative. That's what these parentheses mean. If it's in parentheses, it means it's negative. And it's growing, too. I mean, last year, it reduced a little bit from last year, but it went from negative 30 million to negative 92 million, negative 171 million, negative 165 million. So I don't know if that's normal for a bank or not, but that just doesn't seem good to me. But what they are also going to be doing, and why I bring up the balance sheet right here, is that in the article they said that they were going to be putting 1% of their balance sheet into actual buying of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as offering the trading. So their balance sheet is at 20 billion. Let's just round up to 20 billion. So if they put 1% of 20 billion, that's 200 million. So that'll be 200 million. Let's do some math here. 200 million divided by today's price. Ooh, that's a nice, good number, 6666. So that's how many Bitcoin. Well, all right, let's cut that in half, because let's assume that they'll be spending half of it on Ethereum as well. So over 3,000 Bitcoin, supposedly, Nubank will be buying or has bought. And they're a Brazilian online digital bank, and they're now offering this service. And guess who owns Nubank? Guess who was part of their IPO when they were first going public? Oh, it's this guy, the rat poison guy, the old man who hates Bitcoin. Oh, that's super interesting. He put $500 million into Nubank during their IPO. Oh wow. Oh, what a strange, how the tables turn, how the turntables. Oh, and then he did it again. Oh, that's so weird that he would do that. At the end of last year, he would put in like a total of $1.5 billion into this Nubank thing. That's so weird. Why? I wonder why he would do that. Huh. That's so odd. What? So Warren Buffett now indirectly owns Bitcoin and or Ethereum. So what about this rat poison? I'm sorry. Is the pan calling the kettle black? Ooh, this is almost too good. I love news like this, because it's like, you old piece of crap. Like, of course you're going to berate Bitcoin and the people in the community and say all these negative things like Jamie Dimon was back in 2017 and 2018, because you think you got in late. You're an old timer. Yeah, of course you're getting in late because you don't understand it. You didn't take 2 seconds to understand it. Oh, and now it's like the truth's coming out. Oh, like 6 months ago, you actually bought Bitcoin, but you still trash talk it because you knew it wasn't public, but now it's public, so what do you got to say for yourself? Huh? What do you got to say for yourself now, Warren Buffett? What do you got to say for yourself now? Nothing, because you're an old bag. Anyway, moving on. So as the price has been declining, I'm sure Warren Buffett is happy about being able to dollar cost average in at these lower prices. But the miners apparently are not impacted by the volatility. And in fact, this article goes on to say that a lot of the larger miners are looking forward to the opportunity as the smaller miners may go out of business and they could acquire their hash rate, so that the larger miners can become larger and more centralized, which as a business practice, I understand. But as, decentralization, as important as that is, more people need to do mining at home. And I say that to myself, and it is something that's on my list to do. I have a Lightning Network node. I have a Bitcoin full node. And, I'm trying to, spread the message of Bitcoin via, YouTube and Twitter. So I think I'm doing what I can, but I definitely know I should be mining Bitcoin, and I will get there. I did have a miner back in the day, but it was too inefficient, and it was literally making like 1,000 sats a day when I could literally just buy $1 worth and get twice as much in one swoop. And now I'm just buying hourly. So good to know that the miners aren't affected. So you should start mining at home. That's the moral of that story. Moving on. Never believe these people or anyone that says to stay strong when the market is tanking. You need to do what is best for you. So, do your own due diligence. If you're invested in Luna and UST, you may want to, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but you might want to cut your loss. If that's what's best for you, that might be what you need to do. And you should never take these people's advice. Like, never get emotionally attached to something, because the second it becomes stay strong, it's some sort of community rallying sort of mentality. Like, we're all in this together. If only we would stay strong and buy more, then it wouldn't go to zero. Sometimes you got to do what's best for you. Cut your losses and get out, and then admit you were wrong and get into something else. Like, if Bitcoin goes to zero, I will admit that I was wrong and I will get into something else. But Bitcoin is the only thing I believe in at this point, because of the shit show that everything else seems to be. I have a soft spot for Litecoin because it's a copy of Bitcoin, but it does have several factors lacking that Bitcoin does not have, or that Bitcoin has that are better than Litecoin. But anyway, these are all shit coins, stable coins. Anything other than Bitcoin is a shit coin. I don't care what it is, who sells it, where it came from, who made it. It doesn't matter. So the only thing that has lasted as long as it has for 99.99% of its uptime without fail is Bitcoin. That's the only thing I can tell you to buy. Is just please buy Bitcoin. Lastly, so this was today. I thought this was at the same time with the Terra Luna and capitulation thing, but apparently 1.2 billion in Bitcoin has moved to exchanges today, or within the very past 24 hours. Yeah. So this kind of shows it right here, high amounts of inflows. But I'm wondering, if it's one whale with, a lot of Bitcoin that's getting cold feet, wants to get out of the market, or, maybe it's a miner that has operating costs and, they're deciding to cash out now at the worst possible time, or, just a whole bunch of people with cold feet. So don't be like this. Like, I guarantee 1.2 billion really isn't that much, for as low as the market has gone, the capitulation, or the number of selling on exchanges, I think has actually been relatively low. Like, despite what this chart makes you think, but that's what I feel. I feel like the market's been relatively stable. Just the price has just gone down a little bit here and there. I mean, I come from like that 2017, 2018 market, and I've already been through the drawdown. So I'm like, to me, I'm already up like over 1,000% or something like that. So like, I just don't care. Like, I feel for everyone that is in this position. Like, yes, it's scary. If this is your first roller coaster, if you're class of 2021, good luck to you. It's not an easy thing to do, to be a hodler, but do your best and hold on to your Bitcoin and you'll be fine. Just dollar cost average, buy a little bit here and there, and you'll do just fine. So I hope y'all like, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you next time.